Strength is insane. Watch us engage. Boom. Anticipate. Knock up for Yasuo. R to pull her in, and we both make it out. All right, so let's get into the gameplay. I'm just gonna lock on myself here. So Rell is a really cool champion. Um, I will say I think she's probably one of the harder supports to play. I've got probably 30 games on her so far, but I've learned a lot. And as you can see, I have the new skin on her, which I really like. I think it's a pretty cool one. So I decided to do a little bit of a tease engage here. There is one really cool thing you can do with her on leashing, which I'll get more into in a future video. But they're just busy dancing, not watching, paying attention. Classic. So I'm gonna speed it up, get to the action here. All right, so they go in. I jump on the Dramus. I like exhaust on Rell. I think it's best to take exhaust because a lot of what you're doing is chasing down, and most of the time, if you can grab them, they're gonna die anyways. So you can see I took a lot of hits of that red buff, and I actually want to back it up just so I can show the thought process here. So I'm in my armored state, and so I want to be taking the hits. It's like a 10-second cooldown, level 1, on your W, which you should always start W. And so I'm able to take a lot of hits for this Rammus, and then I just jump back on my little horse, and I'm on my way. He got an excellent leash. Big advantage there. So let's jump into the lane. Jump into the laning phase. Yeah, so nice, simple engage. You get all of that shield, and look, I have more than full health. It's insane. It really is insane. And so here I'm planning a flash engage because I want to pick him up and throw him over my back. I did get stunned by the Leona, but the animation does not cancel at this point. So as soon as I'm not stunned, I am target running at Jin to throw him over my back. And here I went Q second here, which isn't necessarily typical. Usually you want to start with E being second, so it goes W then E. But I wanted to poke them down and try to stop him from backing with my Q, so that was the reasoning for going for the Q here. So I'm gonna speed it up here. So we just kind of have some meaningless poke, stealing some armor from the Leona because the passive on Rell is that you steal armor and magic resist. So I'm just continually doing that to weaken the Leona, and it increases my my auto damage by just a little bit. I mean, she's not made to do damage, right? And I will say I do think Riot did a good job at controlling the amount of damage that she does because I think it's very fair at this point. So I'm looking to engage again because, I mean, why not? Look, so you don't even have to hit them in that box. You get a little bit of a runway for it, and so you don't have to necessarily hit it perfectly because you kind of run into it and you can knock them up that way as well. So as you can see, Jin just got back to lane. He's half health. Leona's half health. I mean, very impressive, and I don't know what Leona's thinking here, but aftershock kills there. I could have maybe kept going, but didn't know where Rammus was at this point, and at this point, I'm very satisfied with where we're at. I'm 1-0-1. Unfortunate that I got the kill with Aftershock, but it is what it is. And then Kai's 0-2. So, we're in a very good spot and very pleased with the state of the lane at this point. So, speed it up some. We end up backing. I do start roaming eventually. But let's see. Where do we want to jump to next? I think we'll just speed it up until we get back in lane. All right. Here we go. Completely zoning them off the wave. They really don't have a chance to walk up. I mean, it's just what are they gonna do, right? Our back's pretty strong. Kaiser was able to complete her boots. I got just a ruby crystal and some boots, some level 1 boots. So I'm looking to help out on an engage here. I like this ward real quick, just as like a overall support tip. So even though we have the vision plant here, I really like to place a ward right here because if the enemy places a control ward here, it won't be affected and we can still see if they start the dragon. So this gives us perfect vision of the dragon, and even if there's a control ward around the perimeter here, this ward will still be in effect. So that's just a support tip that I think is of value. So back to lane, and we're just going to keep looking for engages, shoving the wave. Leona's not good, but that's okay. She's probably tilted out of her mind. So I'm taking an engage here because I get my shield. I can tank probably 2 turret hits just from the secondary shield of my W. I mean, look at my health. I took a turret shot and some damage. Doesn't even matter. It literally doesn't matter. It's the most bizarre thing. It's one of the reasons I think she's so good. She's so good at turret diving, and you're gonna see that as we progress through this video. There's a lot of turret diving. So we're just chilling. I'm staying in this phase because you get more armor and more magic resist in this phase. And this is also, when you remount, that's when you throw them over your back. So I was able to take Leona out of her E by throwing her over me, and I thought that was pretty strong. I think that's a pretty strong engage. I don't know necessarily if I'd call Rell a counter, but it's really good against Leona. Takes her shield, or takes her armor magic resist. I tried to bait Jin here because I'm once again in this armored state where once I remount, I'm going to throw him over my back. And so I have exhaust at this point. I'm trying to bait him into taking the fight. He doesn't take it, unfortunately. So we go back into lane here. I was afraid he was going to get 6 here, so I ended up backing. So we're about to get into some of the roaming, and the roaming is where it gets real fun. All right. So we're checking out the situation, doing what supports do, right? Good support tip for you. Again, when you come out of the lane, go through your jungle, unless it's a time pressure situation. Go through your jungle, look for some wards, use your sweeping lens, use the vision plants, control wards, whatever you want to use to just check it out and make sure that you clear any vision. Good practice as a support main. It'll save your team a lot of heartache, and vision's really important. Speed it up here. So I'm really trying to get 6 now, because once I get 6, my roaming power is very strong. So Leona decides to take a fight here. She's a level up on me, but I don't care, right? Look at this. Ready? Stun. Easy. It's so simple. Unfortunately, we do get ganked here, and we do get double killed. But I really want to walk back and just go through the move set here that I use. All right. So Leona gets 6 off of that minion, or this minion right here. So she's going to pop her R. I'm going to dodge it, anticipating it with my W. So I'm in my armored state here. So I have this huge shield, and my E just came back up. So that's the stun. That's the E. And unfortunately, then we get ganked, but that's okay. Not a big deal. We're in a very solid spot at this point. 2-0-2, 1-0-3, and the team's doing well as well. So we end up getting double killed. Unlucky. Happens. 4-man in the bot lane. Welcome to the bot lane, right? So let's jump forward some here. It's about time for me to start roaming, and this is where the fun really begins. I'm just going to watch this real quick. Oh, fun little dive there. So look, I'm roaming mid lane. And I'm looking for a dive here because look at Katarina. Look at Yasuo. I mean, their strength is insane. Watch us engage. Boom. Anticipate. knock up for Yasuo, R to pull her in, and we both make it out, nice and nice and easy, right? It's not anything too crazy. We almost get the Rammus here, or do we? Oh, Yasuo misses Q. We almost got the Rammus there, which would have been excellent too. So once again, let's jump back and look at this this engage here. So I'm coming in. I'm anticipating her jumping back here. She does. So I get that knocked up, and then my E's up. I stun her, and then I pull her in with my R, and it's so easy. It's thinking through the combos and the timing can be a little difficult, but once you got it, it's such a fun champion to play. And importantly, I want to note that your R does give you time to place your E, which is your stun, this little circle that we have right here. Little circle is your E. Uh, your R gives you enough time to bind your E to a new person to then stun them. So you do have enough time to kind of get that going. So unfortunate. Yasuo misses Q. Happens though. He's doing great. Not gonna flame him. And let's jump forward. Keep it moving. All right. So we're back in the mid lane because I'm just roaming. Kai'Sa died, so it's fine, right? So I see Rammus. He's there. We're gonna start taking some pressure and putting it on the mid lane. Leona's coming up. We did see it, so that's fine. All right. Here's another fight. So I'm constantly stealing armor from everybody involved in this fight, right? So we're just melting them. Look, and I don't even care. E comes back up now. I mean, it's just insane how tanky this champion can be. And really wanted this Leona. Didn't get her. But you know what? That's all right. Watch this. Ready? We can stay a little bit longer because I can jump into armored form, take some hits, make sure Yasuo gets out nice and fine. Solid. So I'm gonna jump back, watch this fight, kind of slow it down so that we can analyze it. Right. Normal speed, normal speed. So we see Leona coming up. I take some armor immediately. My E is bound to this Yasuo, stunned. I'm going to knock her up here in a second with my W. There's a knock up. So I'm in armored form. I have my shield. I am tanking so much damage. Take some armor from the Rammus. They're focusing Yasuo now, which is smart, but you can't just allow me to be here. Leona missed a E. It's pretty abysmal. And then I re-enter my standard form so that I can pick up the Katarina. So overall, solid fight. Ooh. My dive. I forgot about my dive. Here we go. Plot twist. Jhin can't stand there like that. So jump in, knock him over myself, stun him, R him so that he can't get away, and then I just keep tanking. I'm just allowing Yasuo to do his thing. Jhin never even hit me. He tilted off the face of the planet, so I get executed. I don't think he was inting, and then when he realized everything that was happening, he just stopped. Happens. Keep going here. Tried to KS that from Yasuo, didn't work. Unlucky. Unlucky. But that's okay. So, we're going to keep going here. I enter my armored form so that I can speed up. And you also get to attack. You can attack vision with that as well. So it gives you a quick auto, especially considering Rell's autos are very, very slow, which makes sense. Not her role. So now I've cleared vision. Oops. And I'm waiting for them to push up. We take the fight. And we're just going to go for the Jhin here. We end up getting both of them. Jin ends up running out of the tower and like killing himself, but gives Kaiser the kill. And then somehow we kill this Leona, so he just walks in her turret. And then Leona comes back in for some unknown reason. She's pissed. Happens. And we just keep going. I'm all about trying to get this Rammus because I don't care. Look at my shield. I mean, I can take so many hits. So he's pretty upset at this point. I take a turret shot, doesn't matter. And we're just gonna go in. No big deal. Nice and easy engage, right? W in, stun, Q to steal. Your EQ combo does heal whoever your E is attached to for just a little bit. It's not like a huge deal, but good to know. And we'll keep moving here. So we're healing up. Going to 3-2, 3-2-7 now for me, 5-2-2 for Kaiser, and we're looking good, right? Solid game so far. Very pleased with how it's going. They kill him. Nice fun. So I'm being very aggressive. I know Kaiser's probably not going to follow me, but I'm getting vision in their jungle, and I come across Rammus, and he's terrified of me, as he should be at this point. Take his Gromp, and he's just gonna run away. Saw Katarina was coming based on my vision. Always important to word. And even on these camps, I'm trying to use this shield so that I'm the one taking damage and no one on my team is. So we get the rift, and we're actually going to end up ending with the rift here. But there's still some really great plays that are coming. So get ready. So we're clearing vision, right? Being a good support, and speed it up. So Katarina's under turret. She probably thinks she's perfectly fine, but my knock up into a stun, I mean, she doesn't have a chance, right? And look at me. I'm like half health. It's insane. Absolutely insane champion Rell is. So we're just kind of running it down now with the rift. Still going to get some good fights in. Start taking. Rammus is just kind of chilling. There's nothing he can do. Jin is rage splitting at this point. And we're just going to basically end the game. So yeah, Rell is such a fun champion. I am really enjoying playing her, and I think everybody should give her a try. She's not the easiest champion in the world, I will say. I do think she's relatively difficult. But if you learn her, I think she's really strong right now, and I think she's definitely better than the 43% win rate that she is currently sitting at. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. Feel free to drop a like and a subscription here on YouTube, and then feel free to check me out on Twitch at BCWolf02. Thanks, everyone.